Good morning, everybody. Happy Memorial Day today. It's going to be a decent day to do some work while it's cool outside, and we can either do the hard stuff first, which I always kind of prefer doing, but there's still a lot of moisture up in the I'll be rained on up here, right, when I'm trying to cut these back. But I guess I'm just gonna bite the bullet and start with the hardest stuff. Ideally, I want to get down that to the level of over there. I might get some spillover into the neighbors. Well, we'll just have to deal with that as it happens. I'm probably not going to get the grass cut today, but the other thing I want to do, this is plan B, which is the easy plan, is to trim these. In past years, I've waited till this stuff is so out of control on these Ladybanks roses that it just becomes an enormous chore to get them cut. And also need to weed out back here because I'd like to plant the peas along here. And you can see some of these weeds, how vicious they are back here. I mean, check it out. Size of these things. I mean, it's like, wow. I don't know what happened there. A bird exploded sideways. I guess it takes a trend from the neighborhood. Nobody can seem to excrete in a downward direction. It makes sense according to the laws of gravity and physics, but be that as it may, that's not going to help us get the job done today. So let's gear up. Let's bite the bullet. Let's get the hard stuff down and ground. And then we're going to feel better, I'm sure, about doing the easier stuff. Yeah, I want to get, I don't know if it's going to be a cool summer or not. We could all of a sudden get heat and then the broccoli burns up. So I might put the broccoli here so it gets a little bit of shade. Plants are looking good, aren't they? These are the mortgage lifters. And I planted another row of onions right between here. You can see the first little ones popping up. Aren't my onions cute? And look at how good the carrots are doing. All right, let's stop babbling and get to it. You can already see I've gotten about 3 done. Check out my methodology. I'm just pulling them over the side here. Good thing I do, because these things can really wreak havoc with the fence that's kind of separating up there, so I'm going to have to check that too. Also, it tends to pull the fence over, and that's not a good thing, right? So it's a very good thing, and that the height is good. These are going to be lower than the other ones, but that's okay. It gives me more years just to chill out and not worry about cutting them. I've really made rapid progress without really losing it, but you can see the damage these have done. This has got to be put together. The fence cap is off of there. Just this weight has made that really shaky. And I got some more cutting to do, but well, you know the drill, guys. I've got an enormous pile. We're going to be growing this. I've got an enormous pile of already. It's going to double this size before I'm done. So we got a lot of cutting to do before we get the mower out. But this is how we stay in shape, right? Hard work on the Rancho. I'm really starting to get freaked out about the volume. I didn't think it would be that much. Man, I got 2 rows I'm working back here and still feeding it. So I think just to conquer this today will be a major plus. So we're going to be grinding. We're going to be cutting off these ends and putting it in a log pile. But there's really not much more to go. But that is really high volume brush there. And then later on, I'm going to have to do some, definitely do some repair work here. Once again on the fence. Ay caramba. So I got about 4, maybe 4 or 5 more cuts here. So I'm trying to be very methodical about it. Yeah, I was thinking to myself as I was doing this, finishing up these big cuts, I just bought myself about 10 years that I don't probably have to worry about big, huge amount of brush to deal with on the Rancho. Yeah, I have the tree of infinite horrors and doom here. I'm not really equipped to deal with that, so I don't really have to waste too much energy thinking about it, but this is quite an accomplishment. And now I'm going to take a break, get a little something to, a little bit of water to drink, and then we got some cutting to do, and then make our big pile and get going. Some people might wonder how I'm able to chunk up with a mower some of this brush, which is literally logs, big diameter. Well, you have to understand that I'm separating the branches from the trunks here and just putting all the trunks all in a pile, and then like assembly line style I just cut them down to size and put them over there. So here I have a finished pile of the biggest stuff, so it should go through the mower easily with a few passes. But as per usual, there's still miles to go, but some of this is smaller diameter, but it's taller, so I'm going to run the extension cord out here and get busy. Made a lot of progress over the last hour. You can see what would never go through a mower. It's all been separated, and that'll all probably be cut tomorrow. I'm starting to run out of gas. That was a lot to process again today. But I did manage to get our pile gone, and I think in a lot of ways it's bigger than the other one we did. So, whew, you know the drill. I'm going to take a break and get a drink, and we're going to see if we can make it disappear.
Flowing down the river, easy, your love on my mind. The sun keeps on shining, the light that keeps on giving, feeling everything's alright. 'Cause these are the days I will always remember, treasures to keep in the memory of my mind. You'll always be with me in there. These treasures, oh, laughing and playing, leaving joy bells ringing, all quiet and sweet through the night.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Wow. Just think. Grind all that down, save yourself, that's about a $1,200 job on all of that. So I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm very pleased with the progress I made. Tomorrow we'll start by cutting up the adding to our pile of logs over there. But as I said back in the video, I bought myself quite a few years here that I don't have to worry about these bottle brush. Keep them low, keep them nice, let them bush out, and enjoy. So your thumbs up are appreciated. I hope you enjoyed the work effort today. As I said, there's always something. You have a property like this, there's always something to do on the Rancho. Thanks, everybody.
Treasure